Alright, what's going on guys? Today we're going to be going through the Year 9 Season 4.2 patch notes and seeing what these might entail for us as Siege players and what changes are going to happen. So, let's get straight off. The patch sizes. These are going to be different for every console as they usually are. They're not that big of a patch, not that big of an update, which is good. Biggest update apparently is on PlayStation 4, so if you play on PlayStation 4, I'm sorry about that, but it's only 2 gig, not that bad. So, operator balancing, this is what everyone wants to know. Oryx is getting a bit of a buff, it seems like. His recovery time from dashing is going down to 0.2 seconds, which is really fast, to be honest. Like, he's going to be able to dash and shoot so quickly. I think that's going to be really good for countering shields, which is nice. I mean, other than Blackbeard, who can just counter him by dashing back into him, but yeah. Recovery time dashing against a wall to 0.3. Okay, if you want to do like the Kool-Aid man strat where you dash through a wall and start shooting at people, now you can do that a little bit easier. Fair play. Recovery time dashing against an enemy to 0.1 seconds. That's crazy fast. 0.1 seconds. That's literally like fucking like so much faster than what it used to be of 0.5. That's kind of crazy that when you think about it. Kapkan's getting a nerf. He's getting removed his C4 to get barbed wire. I don't really think I'm happy with that. I mean, barbed wire is nice, but a C4 is just generally, if you have a C4, you've got a free kill for you every round. So removing a C4 from Kapkan is not that good for him. But I mean, he's got 5 explosive traps anyway, so I guess he still has enough explosions. Lesion. Refill time increased to 30 seconds from 25, so Lesion's getting a bit of a nerf. And he's getting a reduced maximum mine, so he's going to have 8 mines now rather than 9. Which is not great. I mean, Lesion's just a good operator in general. He's probably still going to be just a good operator because it's not that big of a nerf. But he is still getting a nerf. Removing the hard breach from Book, I don't really think I'm happy with that change. Generally, I like to play Book as like a bit of a Swiss Army knife when I'm solo queuing. So removing that hard breach means that if I want someone to like, if I want to be a Swiss Army knife with somebody, I still have to bring someone else that has a hard breach gadget instead of the Book. Which, I mean, it's nice because, like, from a sense of Book being like a self-enabling operator, like he can, I mean, not really self-enabling, but he can go below, breach this, like get rid of the stuff off the wall, then go up and try and breach it. So now we can't really do that. You have to communicate with your teammates if you want to play like a hard breach gadget or hard breach charge, and then you want someone else to get the stuff off the wall, you're going to have to do that yourself and get someone else to do it. Getting a Claymore. Claymores, I mean, they're just everywhere these days, Claymores, so I guess that's a thing. Removing the shotgun from Ram, okay, that's a thing as well, I guess. That's a thing that I guess needed to happen apparently. But yeah, I don't even know what Ram's other gun is, like other pistol is, because I just always use the ITA. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I don't really think it's a needed change. It's gonna make Ram even less useful. I mean, this, like, Ram's only really good on like downstairs sites anyway, and if there's vertical above it. So making that's gonna make that even less useful, which I guess needs to happen apparently. She can still make rotates with her ram charges, she can still do everything with that, so not that big of a deal, but it's always nice to make rotates with your shotgun, then you can use your rams elsewhere. Sledge reduced to 2 health. Okay, so Sledge is going back to a 2 speed, 2 armor 2 speed, which is kind of nice. I didn't really like that Sledge was the 3 armor, but so that's kind of nice for Sledge, to be fair. Okay, so weapon down damages. The TCSG is getting a buff. Okay, that means Kaid's going to be even stronger with his gun. 75 health a shot. There's basically going to be 2 shots to kill anybody. That's kind of crazy, that, because it shoots kind of fast for what it is as well, and it's not really that recoil, like high recoil when you're using it, when you're good at using it. G36C is getting a buff. That's nice. The recoil on that gun's kind of crazy for what it is. Like, that gun always used to be like a really low recoil weapon. And then it kind of got nerfed to the point where it was kind of high recoil for what it used to be, compared to what it used to be. It's not as high as like the R4C and stuff. So, but it's at least it's getting a bit of a nerf. Like, it's getting a bit of a buff. Sorry, to be more usable. So if you struggle with the R4C recoil, now you can probably switch to the G36 and be good with that. Slugs destruction reduced. I'm guessing that's like the slug round, like sort of wall destruction, which, I mean, I guess that's okay, but it's not really, like, you don't use a slug shotgun to make rotates, so I mean, yeah, and you're probably still going to make holes. Like, if you're using the slug shotgun to make holes, you're going to make like peak holes. You're probably still going to make them just as well, maybe. I don't know how much it's reduced, so, but generally it's probably going to be okay. Slug shotgun damage drop off start at 15 meters. Jesus, that's kind of a big nerf though for slugs. That's kind of a big nerf for the boss G. Drop off end at 25 meters. Okay, so I mean I guess that doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's still going to drop off at 15. Damage drop off minimum to 60%. That's getting a 10% nerf there. A 10% nerf and then a 10 meter like nerf in terms of distance. So you can't really do that good with range with them anymore. You'd probably still be able to get your one hit headshots though, obviously. So I guess that's the thing. Bug fixes. Let's see what the bug fixes are going to be. Match doesn't end when the majority votes cancelled around. Okay, so that's like people used to like when if like you were cancelling against a legit team, or like even against cancelling against cheaters, they could just like sewer slide and off themselves to finish the round, which cancels out the cancel. Which means that like if you wanted to try and cancel against a cheater game, you would be stuck in that game. Or even if you are one of them people that likes to cancel against legit games, you would be stuck in that game because they would like off themselves before the round would actually cancel. So you wouldn't be able to escape from the game essentially. Observation tools have no signal when deployed on the edge of any surface if the player is moving sideways. I don't even know what that means. I'll be honest. Like, I mean, it's pulling out cameras have no signal, I guess, when you're on the edge of a surface, but that seems like a very niche thing to be like to mean anything really. But at least it's fixed. Red walls detonating defender area restrictions can be vaulted through during the preparation phase. Red walls, I'm assuming that's like oh, denoting, sorry, not detonating, what the hell. That's like in the casual game mode, which I don't really play, so it doesn't really affect me. So operators are able to move through the top of the shed after standing on a bench. First collision with a garden gnome on house. Okay, this is another casual change, doesn't really affect me. First floor lounge. Okay, some of these level design ones aren't really that big of a deal, but if you want to see them, you can. I will also leave a link in the description to the patch notes if you want to read them for yourself. Players can move on top of a vending machine. Oh, that's sad that they changed that. That they fixed that. But like, it's always nice to have little like keeper sort of boosts that you can do, but in ranked. But it's I guess they tried to crack down on them a little bit. Okay, so operators. Blackbeard's breaching ability can be used while in guard break in a specific timing. I'm assuming that's like to counteract like counter dashing against a Oryx maybe, or like getting melee you can counter dash it. So I guess it's getting rid of that, I guess, which is kind of nice because it's so broken when you're trying to like melee a shield and then they just fucking melee you back and you're just knackered. So that's good, I guess. That's quite funny. That's like a little visual bug where you could keep the repel hook in your hand, I'm assuming. So that's quite funny, but at least it's fixed now. Blackbeard's primary weapon statistics compare to the whole deployable shield instead of each other. Yep. Don't know what that means. Blackbeard's MK17 CQB iron sights clips through the player's camera while aiming down sight. Ooh. Okay, I've seen clips of that. I haven't like really used Blackbeard that much, so I haven't seen that in a game myself, but I've seen clips of that where you can't really see too much. Additional magazines and magazine sizes are listed as 0 on Blackbeard's loadout menu. There's just a lot of Blackbeard fixes, I'm assuming, because they must have messed them up when they did the rework. Bullet damage disappears from Blackbeard's whole shield when aiming down sights. Bullet damage disappears? Huh? Are you going to just no damage or what? Blackbeard's whole shield deployable. Blackbeard's whole deployable shield breaks guard when Blackbeard dashes and is hit with a melee at the same time. Okay, so that's like they've fixed this, but then fixed that as well, which I don't know what that means for Blackbeard, I'll be honest. But Blackbeard's deployable whole shield equipped weapon. A lot of these don't really make that much gameplay difference, other than maybe the top one and then this one. No, sorry, not that one, this one. The enter prompt allows Osa to breach undamaged barricades while repelling. Okay, user experience. Tachanka's elite Slava I don't even know how to say that, isn't available in the weapon skin menu for the Bearing 9 pistol. Okay, so they just removed the skin apparently, which now is being added back. Breach and charge information hasn't been updated to reflect the current season. Okay, none of them really affect anything, gameplay wise at least. Blackbeard's sprint sound effects is out of sync with the animation. That sounds like a Ubisoft thing to add, but at least it's fixed now. So yeah, that's all of the patch notes for Year 9 Season 4.2. So we're going to be getting some Oryx nerfs, some Kapkan nerfs. No, sorry, Oryx buffs, Kapkan nerfs, Lesion nerfs, Buck nerf, Ram nerf, Sledge buff, TCSG is getting a buff. The G36C is getting a nerf, getting a buff, sorry, a heavy buff, I think, depending on how much the recoil has changed. The Boss G and all slug shotguns are getting a nerf, which is kind of nice. I think that also means the TCSG though as well, because that is the slug shotgun, so that's getting a buff as well as a little bit of a nerf at the same time. So yeah, like I said before, I will leave a link in the description to the patch notes if you want to read them for yourself. But if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.